Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Capricorn for February 2021. So we'll be in the element of air. So buckle up. Could be bumpy. So let's see, Capricorn. Fear for fear's sake is the energy. So don't go latching onto fears or mind, your mind playing tricks on you and thinking all sorts of thoughts that really have no base, fears that have no base. There's no reason to be fearful of anything, but when we're in our head too much, this is what happens. Could be sleeplessness too, from an overactive mind. So try and do something to combat that for this month. So try really hard not to get stuck in your head. Where you are right now, Knight of Wands, so fast moving energy to start. Things really changing gear with the Knight of Wands coming in. Things going from quite a very methodical plod with the Capricorns into a fast gallop with the Knight of Wands. So gears definitely changing very quickly. Travelling could be on the cards as well. This card is always about movement. Anything Wands is always movement, action, progress, positivity. But yeah, it's gone from a very slow plod to a very fast gallop. Let's see why that's happened for you, Capricorn. What is behind it? Behind it is, lots of air, lots of Page of Swords. Lots of things up in the air for you. Not really sure. There's some uncertainty around. You're just thinking, I'm not sure what to do. You're up in the air with the project. It could be, also spies, people looking at you, people talking about you, gossipers. Lots of chatter this month, this next 4 weeks, Capricorn, and you do well to avoid a lot of it because it's just this. He's mischievous. He's an imp. He will create all sorts of stories and blow, things out of proportion. So be very careful. It's also a time where people do go browsing around in other people's social media and looking and watching, and all that kind of energy is around. It's very much chitter chatter, things that you really can't be bothered with most of the time. You're too busy focused on whatever you're trying to do. So just watch that all month. As I said, it could be a bit bumpy this month because of the very nature of the air type when we're in an air sign. It's like a really windy day sometimes. You think, I hate wind, and it's that kind of energy. Okay, so the background of that is 3 of Coins. Working hard, working well with others. Just things going really well. Building solid foundations to move on up. Doing really well in terms of your coins is your element. So everything there in your time of Capricorn was great. Now we've got big gusts of wind coming through, threatening to sort of destabilise that. So you just need to be really grounded. Recent influences, and we have the 8 of Cups. So moving away from an emotional situation where there's nothing more to do there. There's no point in going over and over things with somebody, or if this is a close relationship or you've had a bit of a spat with someone. It's just time to step aside for a bit and just let it smooth out, rather than just trying to constantly justify yourself, or it's almost like it's dead in the water for a bit. So just leave it alone, focus on something else at the moment, because we all go through stages where emotional relationships can be a bit trying. And we just need to learn to just have a holiday from it for a little bit. Especially in this time too, there's lots of talk, too much chatter. What you'll be learning this month Ace of Cups. So yeah, relationships, strong connections that you have to certain people as well. You may have met somebody as well, and just you might be in a relationship that's sort of a bit in a bit of a holding pattern at the moment, so you're not really sure, but then you've met somebody else and then you're feeling like, oh my God, what am I going to do? It's just about, yeah, acknowledging, yes, you will meet people that you connect very strongly with, but just, this is not the month to be diving into something, but it's about acknowledging that's how you feel. But yeah, just be very careful in this month, because it can be blown out of proportion in the time of the air element. Near future, so end of January, beginning of February, so next week time, a bit of disappointment coming in and just feeling like, oh, am I happy? Well, I should be happy. I've got everything I need. I've got a great everything, but I still feel like I'm missing something in my emotional life. So it's really about looking at that and saying, okay, oh God, yeah, it's a big question, but we all go through this as well. It's just fleeting. It's not there for a long time, but it makes us just question our motives and what we expect. And you've got to put the effort in. What happens that you're not realising? 8 of Wands, actually things going forward, things moving well. Maybe travelling a bit, you know, within the constraints of today's travel restrictions. But things really actually going quite well on the face of it. In some aspects of your life, things are really sort of going well, no obstacles. Just be careful of other people though, because other people won't be as sort of grounded as you. And this is where I'm feeling like the source of problems and gossip might come from this month. How others see you. The Tower. So getting rid of old stuff and making way, clearing the rubble of the Tower to build a new building. And this is sort of like, it can be anything, but it's usually a way of thinking too, or this is how I've always thought, this is what I believe in, and then suddenly, you know, you're like, well, no, I don't really like that anymore. I'm going to get rid of it and build something new, more in keeping with the times. It's revamping, basically, learning things in life and going, well, that doesn't work for me, let's get rid of it. But this is other people seeing you like this, so they're seeing that you're ready to sort of do a bit of spring cleaning in terms of demolition, really, and just going, well, you know, this is how I want this to be for me this year. I'm not putting up with all the rubbish anymore. Positive feelings, Capricorn. 10 of coins, so steady, good, stable finances. Things are very stable for you. That's how you like them. Very earthed, doing very well in terms of finances, in terms of just feeling like you're getting somewhere within your scope of what you want for your life. Very interesting, nice time, and you're feeling positive about that. So just focus on that this month, even if other people may be sort of a bit disruptive, or you just feel like, oh, what are they on about? Why are they, you know, talking so much about this? Just get on with something stable and solid. The outcome. 3 of Cups, so once again, yet 2, especially if you have met somebody else, just be careful. You don't want to be hurting people's feelings. 3 of Cups, especially with this Ace of Cups here in this relationship that's gone off the boil a bit. Yeah, there might be, or you might be involved with somebody that isn't quite finished up with their business. So just be careful. That's one way of looking at the 3 of Cups. The other one is just going out and having a good time. Probably in the last, just after the last week of, 3rd week of February, things start to really sort of lighten up a bit. Okay, so we will see what your final message card is. Quite an interesting reading. But yeah, a lot of keep stable this month. Keep your feet on the ground as you normally do, Capricorn. There's a few influences that could sort of just shake. Pure concentration. Thought is energy. Active thought is active energy. Concentrated thought is concentrated energy. Thought concentrated on a definite purpose becomes power. There you go, Capricorn. Just focus on something that you really know is going to give you something back, not on baseless fears or stuff. Thank you so much for listening.